Hello everyone, welcome to Dude and Little Dude's Reviews. My name is Alex and with me I have Roman. June 23rd marks the 1-year anniversary that our local favorite toy store, Toys R Us, closed its doors. Despite the recent breaking news that we are possibly getting a new re-established Toys R Us via a few stores in e-commerce at the end of this year, we still want to remember the mega specialty toy store that was originally founded by Charles Lazarus 71 years ago in April 1948, originally as Children's Supermart and later in 1957 known as Toys R Us. In today's episode, we wanted to post and show a time capsule video. I've shot a few clips of the little dude and I enjoying the last few months at various Toys R Us store locations in California and Arizona. We wanted to do this before the original Toys R Us closed its doors for the last time in the summer of 2018. I know I personally get a trip out of watching older commercials and seeing things that were around from my generation. So this video is pretty much just a straight walkthrough of the store displaying toys of the time, which will hopefully bring some joyous nostalgia back to future generations who may come across our channel. Along with a walkthrough, I'd also like to share some thoughts about shopping here as a youth, now as a father, and also what I'd like to see in the future Toys R Us stores that are announced to come soon. At the end of this video, we'll also show you how we celebrated the farewell with our local favorite store's employees on their last day. There are so many videos out there that pay tribute to Toys R Us and talk about the history of the rise and fall, but we will not cover that as I'm sure you may have already heard all about it already. To start off, this first store we drove to was the Toys R Us I first visited as a kid with one of my best buddies in California. Back then, we rode our bikes everywhere. I distinctly remember riding all the way across town just to get to this particular store, and it was the first real rush of freedom I felt as I didn't have mom or dad telling me to hurry up or we had to go. After riding in the hot summer sun, we parked our bikes and approached the door. As soon as those double glass doors slid automatically open, I immediately felt the cool rush of air conditioning blasting me with the distinct ozone smell of plastic and electronics. I've been to Toys R Us before as a toddler, I'm sure, but this was my most memorable moment. At this age, probably around 13 or so, I was limiting my interest to toys as I was getting more into video games. During this time, Sega and Super Nintendo were the powerhouses. I remember my buddy and I would try out the games on display, and then we'd wander around aimlessly checking out stuff like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Bucky O'Hare, Micro Machines, both cars and licensed playsets like the Star Wars Micro Machines. I don't know if anybody remembers that, or the Predator, Terminator, etc. We'd also check out stuff like Transformers, He-Man, Kenner's Rated R themed toys like Terminator, Aliens, Predator, RoboCop. I even remember seeing the X-Men and the Marvel's other, heroes along with Batman and his DC superhero lineup. The Real Ghostbusters, Jurassic Park, Dragonheart, Centurions, Care Bears, Battle Beasts, Mighty Max, G.I. Joe, Computer Warriors, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Mask, Legos, and the list goes on and on. Back then, it was a carefree time, and that's the sensation you'll get from visiting a brick and mortar store like Toys R Us, something you will never get from ordering something online. Physically looking at the package, letting your imagination fly on how much fun you could possibly have, making up scenarios with toys that you wanted to buy, is something that is not digitally replaced. As I see Roman scavenging the floor at Toys R Us here, running from aisle to aisle, I can't help but think that these are the moments he is going to remember. Every smile that breaks out will impress a memory with him as he physically interacts with an object he likes. It's arguable stores like Walmart or e-commerce sites like Amazon had better deals than Toys R Us, which is the reason for its fall. On its last days of closing, I overheard customers say stuff like, "Everything was so expensive here, no wonder why it's going out of business." No, you just didn't know how to shop. There is, of course, a mixture of mismanagement and leverage equity company buyouts that were involved, as you probably read in the news, but I disagreed with the sales being the only reason for its downfall. When I got back into the toy world when the little dude was born, Toys R Us had a membership program I could enroll in, which always constantly sent us discount deals and coupons in the mail. I remember they even launched an online game where you could build your own Toys R Us store and could unlock Toys R Us dollars, coupons, and other great deals. I even had a Toys R Us credit card where I would accumulate points to earn Toys R Us dollars by shopping anywhere. I could literally get stuff for free from their store after saving up enough dollars. You just had to know how to shop right. Now, I'm not saying Walmart or Amazon don't have great deals, but if you look closely, certain things that are on sale are limited. Other things can be overpriced due to affiliated marketing. Have you ever noticed that Walmart no longer price matches unless it's shipped and sold by Walmart? That's because affiliated marketing allows the other dealers that are allowed to post their goods on the websites to charge whatever prices they want, and Walmart and or Amazon take a cut of that share. Case in point, ever heard of Mega Construct's Heroes series? Well, Series 5 just came out and already figures like Scareglow from Masters of the Universe are selling for $20 on the Walmart site. This is what a monopoly does. My message would be, just spread the wealth and keep competition going. In my opinion, when this new Toys R Us launches and hopefully expands, I hope they continue to focus on providing an experience you can't get from superstores or other e-commerce. Ideas would be like a playground, something you could bring your kids into, where they would have fun that they wouldn't otherwise have at a Walmart or other store. I'd like to see more interactive displays of new items they come out with, like they had with Thomas the Train set, or the Legos or Imaginext or Hot Wheels playsets. I'd like to see a bike or skateboard area in the back where Roman could try out new wheels, and something themed and fun that he could ride around in. I wouldn't mind getting back to participating in a loyalty program if they have one, where if I buy things at the store or through their site, I could accumulate points and get something exclusive that you couldn't get anywhere else. It's just a few ideas. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and stop commenting, as I just want you to go ahead and view some of our video clips that we've collected through our various visits. So go ahead and sit back and enjoy the memories of Toys R Us in its final days. By now, we've traveled and showed you several stores throughout our frequent visits to Toys R Us in its final days. I will share that as a collector and enthusiast, I have come to build some good relationships with the long-term employees and managers that work at my local go-to Toys R Us store. The little dude and I were honored to be invited by the staff to join them and their families in celebration of their last closing day. We celebrated with a barbecue potluck in the back warehouse area. We played games, the kids bounced and skated around, and I got to share some incredible stories with the employees about their memories of this iconic store. I heard a lot of them saying that they could have worked anywhere else, maybe even make more money. But in this particular special building, the team members and loyal regulars like myself were like family, because we all shared in one thing that brought us joy. It was the memories we built from the experience of play. That's all for this episode. Share in the comments down below some of your experiences and thoughts. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to our channel to show your support. Thank you for joining us in this time capsule video, and we hope to see you in our next reviews.
See you later, everybody.